welcome to Live Aligned Pilates. Today we have a core focused Pilates workout using our hand weights. You are choosing any weight that is suitable for your strength and your limitations. If you don't have any weights, you can still do this workout just with your body weight. So let's get started on the hands and knees. The hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath your hips, and we just start to stretch out with some cat and cow movements. Arching through the back, dropping the chest and the belly down towards the mat, looking up to the ceiling. And then as you round through the spine, tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone, and really lengthen down the back of the body. Maybe you're syncing up your breath and your movement here. Take this opportunity to connect in with your core as you're rounding through your back. Lift your core, lift your belly button towards your spine even more. Let's do one more like this. Beautiful, and settling in your tabletop back. Let's grab our weight with our left hand and extend that left arm out in front. Extend your opposite leg, your right leg, long behind you. We lift the leg up. We draw the knee through towards the nose as you round through your spine. Extend back to that neutral spine as you extend your leg back behind you. So it's very similar to your angry cat movement we just did in our warm-up, where you're rounding through the spine and lifting through the core. We do one more like this. And then we extend the leg, we lift the weighted arm out in front of us. The elbow now comes in towards the knee as you round, and then you reach the weight long as you extend the leg. Just take this one as slow as you need to. And you can always drop your weight whenever it feels like it's getting too much. 2 more like this. We hold on the last one. Now we're going to abduct our arm and our leg out on a diagonal and then back to the midline. 7 more, out to the diagonal, back to the midline, lift through the core. 6, 5, 4, so good. 3, 2, 1, so strong. Pop your weight down, bring your knees out wide, feet together, take a child's pose stretch. Deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Bring yourself back up onto your hands and knees and move through your cat and cows once again. Just to recenter here. And one more. That's it. Landing in your neutral spine in that tabletop back. Your right hand now grabs a hold of your weight. Your left leg extends long behind you. First, we lift the leg and we draw knee through to nose as we round through the spine. Extend everything out long. So we've just switched sides to even out. As you extend that leg behind you, really think about lifting your core up away from the mat. Just one more like this. And now we involve our weight as well. So raise that arm up in line with your shoulder, draw the elbow through towards the knee, still rounding, and reach. Now this can be quite difficult for the balance side of things, so don't worry if you're feeling really unstable. We've got long levers and we've got an extra weight added to our arm, so it can throw you off. Just 2 more here. Really lift through your core to feel as balanced as possible. Last one. Good. Hold long and strong as you abduct out to the diagonal, back to the midline. 6 more. The shoulder is down away from the ear. The limbs are reaching long. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Pop that weight down. Take a child's pose. Stretch once again. Oh my gosh. Now that's the warm-up. Believe it or not, complete. If you're anything like me, you are already feeling pretty warm. So we're going to bring our legs out in front of us, moving on now to some half roll backs. The knees will be bent, feet will be flat, and of course we're holding on to these weights, bringing the weights nice and close to the chest. Sitting up tall to begin with, we want to take an exhale breath, tuck the tailbone under, drop the ribs towards the hips, feel the core scooping in as you roll back just to halfway, and then come all the way up, lengthening the spine. Big inhale here, exhaling to round, and come all the way up. Everyone's range of motion is going to feel a little bit different here. If you would like something to support you, you can always place a ball or a cushion just at the base of your lower back so that you're rolling into something and you're feeling supported in that half roll back position. Next time you roll back, can you cross punch over to the left, to the center, over to the right, to the center, and then sit up nice and tall. Roll back, scooping in through the core, cross punch, obliques, cross punch, feeling those obliques, and then coming all the way up. Amazing. We're moving quite slow today because when we have extra resistance, extra weights and props, it can elevate that heart rate, and we don't really need to smash out reps and go as quick as possible. The extra weight will give you the challenge. You'll get a chance to really feel into each exercise as well. Now we're adding on to this cross punch, lifting the opposite leg and then sitting up. If you don't feel like extending your leg straight, you just lift it to a tabletop position. I'll show you this time round. So you roll back and you just lift to tabletop and tabletop. Totally up to you. 3 more wherever you're at. And up. Roll back. Good, last one. Roll back and cross. And then roll all the way down onto your back, lovely. And just bring those feet in a little bit closer towards you. Okay, we're going to reach our weights up towards the ceiling, joining them together, maintaining your neutral spine, so that natural arch through your low back, engage through your core and float your legs into tabletop, squeezing your thighs and feet together. Curling up, we open the knees and we reach the weights through the legs. Inhale, back down, close the legs, squeeze the thighs together. Exhale, curl, ribs to hips. Inhale, reset. If you are not feeling that breathing pattern today, don't worry about it. Just make sure you're not holding your breath. And just breathe naturally. These weights might be helping you lift up, so make the most of it and really feel those shoulders lift off of the floor. We're just making sure that the tailbone stays heavy throughout this though, so we're not tempted to tuck the pelvis under. You can always ditch one of your weights as well if holding both isn't working for you. And we're going to do 3 more of these. 2, 1. Now keep your knees open in that diamond shape. Just rest the head down for a moment. Separating your hands shoulder width apart. We're oblique curling now over to the outside of our left leg. So one hand to the outside, one hand to the inside. And then reset. Head down, hands to the ceiling. Alternating, we rotate over towards the right leg as you curl. Inhale down. Exhale, feeling your armpit drawing across towards your opposite hip. and controlling the weights. Don't let the weights control you. Now, having your legs in this diamond shape is great feedback, a great visual to see if you're keeping the pelvis still and the core switched on. So if you notice that your knees are twisting over to one side as you're curling, just try and keep them nice and still. Now we're going to add a leg extension. So example, we curl over to the left leg, extend your right leg long on a diagonal. Bring that foot back in, head down, hands to the sky. Curling over to the right thigh, left leg straightens out on a diagonal. Back to diamond, head down, hands to the ceiling. So this is a really great oblique movement. We've got abs, we've got obliques and deep core today using these weights. We're just going to do one more to each side. Good. And last one. Perfect. Head down, legs together, straighten the legs out towards the ceiling, pointing through your toes, squeezing your thighs together, and flip your palms to face your shins. Curling up and trying to pulse up and up. You graze your shins with your knuckles and your weights. Ribs to hips to pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, hold the curl. Lower your right leg down, lift it up. Lower the left down and up. You can have your head down if you need to for this movement. Lift up whenever and if ever you're ready to. And if you want more, separate your weights, shoulder width apart, flip the palms in, lower the arms as you lower the leg. Keep the chin tucked, back of the neck nice and long. 6, you can do it. 5, move slowly. 4, so good. 3, 2, last one, amazing. Head comes down, knees tuck in towards the chest and just pop your weights off to the side. Place your feet out nice and wide onto the mat. Relax your arms by your side. Rock your knees to the right as you look over to the left shoulder. Alternating sides, knees lower over to the left as you look over to the right shoulder. And just keep alternating side to side. Great job. So we just have a couple more exercises to do here. Hug your knees in towards your chest and rock all the way up to seated. Have a quick drink if you need to. Do anything that you've got to do before we move on. And we're coming into a really quick and effective side plank series. So let's set up for this side plank. We've got our top knee, so I'll mirror you. Your right knee is bent with the foot nice and flat. And then your bottom leg is bent as well, but with the leg completely resting on the floor. We're going to use our weight here, one weight only, just in the top hand, in the right hand. And notice that my left hand is not directly under my shoulder, but it's out on a diagonal. I'm going to push myself up into a high side plank and reach my weight up and overhead, lifting the hips. Then I bend the knees and sit the hips back down. Amazing. Lift yourself up, reach overhead, lift those hips, bend the knees, come on down. So good. Lift up and reach. If this isn't for you, rest down onto your elbow and forearm, holding a side plank down there on the elbow. 2 more. Reach. So good. And last one, hold that side plank, reaching your arm towards the ceiling, thread the needle under and open. Now if you want more, pike your hips up to the sky and then back to that side plank. This one's tough, lots of control needed. We only do 3 more. Wherever you're at, stay strong. Wow, 2 more. Ooh, it's tricky. And 1, lift those hips. And come on down, well done. Those last couple weren't so good for me, but well done if you gave it a try. Let's come into our mermaid position. Left knee in front, right knee behind, and just stretching that left arm up and over so you get all down the side of the body. You just worked so hard. Come all the way up. Let's just swing those legs around and let's get it done. So we have bottom knee bent. That will be your right leg, and then your left knee is bent with the foot nice and flat. Feet are together. Weight in the top hand, with the right hand out on a diagonal, ready to support you as you push up and over. So we've got 6 of these. Make sure your hand's not sweaty like mine. You don't want to slip. Press yourself up, reach the arm up and overhead, bend the knees, sit back down. Good, that's 1. Lift. Remember, you can just hold a side plank if you need to. This is 3, which means you're halfway there. 4, 5, we're getting there, and 6, but we hold this one, reach the weight to the ceiling. You're either just threading the needle, or you're piking your hips up as you thread the needle, opening back to that side plank. 3 more, pike the hips, thread, open up. This is my better side, so sometimes we have one better side, or one that feels a bit easier than the other. And thank goodness this is mine. Okay, this is our last one. And then we come all the way down. Beautiful. Mermaid stretch, bending the right knee in front, left knee behind, and stretching that right arm overhead. We're just going to take one more stretch before we wrap up class. So coming onto your tummy, elbows and forearms onto the mat, pressing the palms into the floor. We open the chest, we look forward, we draw our heart forward between our hands, tucking the tailbone down, and just feeling that stretch through the front of your body. Option to press your hands into the corners of your mat and lift up into your seal stretch. Lowering down, pressing back into a child's pose, either your wide-legged variation or your narrow. Knees and feet together, arms reaching back. Top of the head resting on the floor. And then roll yourself all the way up when you're ready. So well done. That is all we have today for your core workout. I truly hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like the video and subscribe to Live Aligned Pilates. I upload a new workout every week. Have a wonderful day and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.